What's going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another future classic live stream. First and foremost, press a one in the live stream chat. If y'all can hear me, press a one. How's my audio? How's my audio? Mayday, mayday, mayday. Check 1 2, check 1 2. How's audio? Who's here? Who is here? Okay, who's here? Shout out Tensuke in the building. Who else is here? Press a one in the live stream chat if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Is my audio good, Roman?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Thank you for confirming, Roman. Brothers, let me know in the live stream chat if y'all can hear me. Come on. Give me a couple more ones. We've got 14 people here. Press a one in the live stream chat. Can y'all hear me? Just press a one if the audio is good. You need to make sure the production quality is clean and crisp. Can you hear me? Press a one in the live stream chat. One, or if you can't, let me know right now. Press a one in the live stream chat if you can hear me. Come on, man. Press a one. All right. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So let's get straight into it, bro. So, brothers, we are here for another classic live stream. I want to say a huge thanks to all those that have supported the channel over the past couple of years. Your support is greatly appreciated. Welcome aboard the new people. Of course, we accept you and we embrace you with open arms. When you come and watch the live stream tonight, please like the video. Likes are extremely important. That'd be greatly appreciated. Like the video, show some support, hit the super chats, hit the PayPal, cop the merch, and of course, join the Patreon to hear even more juicy insights in regards to Asian women and other races of women and nationalities on the Patreon. So let's get straight into it, right? The title of the live stream is called, okay, it's about Hong Kong, sorry, okay? Second time we're doing Hong Kong. I got a brother here called Roman who is here to, give us his breakdown about Hong Kong. Roman, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, IP. Good to be here. Good to talk to you about Hong Kong, a city I discovered recently, and I just basically fell in love with it.
Amazing, amazing, Roman. So, Roman, I'm gonna get straight into it, bro, Mr. Roman. Can I ask you why you went to Hong Kong in the first place? What's the reason for doing so, bro?
Yeah, so I'm a freelance sort of video creator, filmmaker. So a contact of mine here in the States had got in touch with me and a partner, and he wanted to get done a documentary, and we had to get some interviews done in Hong Kong. So, he was obviously going to put up the money for the production. We'd stay there, we'd work, and then we'd do some sightseeing here or there. We thought it was going to be straightforward. So, why not say yes to it? And we kind of got to Hong Kong kind of meandering. We had to go through Tokyo first unexpectedly, and then Taipei for about 24 hours, and we made it to Hong Kong.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. So, Hong Kong, interesting, bro. We
Mhm.
don't have much info about it. Last stream we did was okay. I'd say it was leaning more towards positive than negative, but I wanted more of a, insight into the inners of Hong Kong. So we will break down obviously life there, your personal experience as a black man, and of course, the woman there, how they treated you. Are they right for black men? Are they checking for brothers? So we'll break it down there, brother. So before we go into the woman part, I would say, Baba, my first question for you is
Mhm.
when it came to accommodation, can you break that down for us? Where were you? Was it hotel, Airbnb? How much did it cost you? What should passport bros do out there in terms of accommodation? Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah, so we stayed at a few different places just because of the way the booking worked out. We didn't have one place for the entire span of time that we were going to be there. Excuse me. Started off at an um, Airbnb in on Temple Street, which is like that's a famous street. Lots of martial arts going on there. You have the markets there close by, where you can buy official and unofficial merchandise. If you catch my drift. Um, and we were right there in the on the next to the action. Um, that Airbnb was around like 100, 120 a night. And then later on, we moved, me and a partner of mine, we moved to a hotel, and that was like 81 USD a night, um, which was kind of crazy. Like the final bill from like a Saturday to a Thursday was about 460 USD for the accommodations that we got in the hotels. You know, everyone knows about Asian hospitality. Pretty advanced hotels, even on the cheaper side of things. Rooms are clean, pretty spacious. There's just an efficient system of room service. I would say if you're going to go to Hong Kong, I mean, people feel differently about this. I would recommend getting a hotel, partly because in an apartment or an Airbnb, you might not be guaranteed access to a Western toilet if that's available to you. Um, you know, so the hotel kind of takes the guesswork out of that. You know, the hotel is systemized, and really, it's probably going to be bigger than your typical Airbnb in Hong Kong. Although you can't stay at an interesting place. Uh, it's definitely on the affordable side, not super cheap, I would say, compared to other countries, but it's all worth it. I would say definitely. I would say I would prefer getting a hotel.
What kind of toilets is it up there in, you know, in the Airbnb? Is it the typical Asian toilet where it's just like a long strip of empty space and then break it down, bro?
Yeah, I haven't seen one with my own two eyes, but I just know our producer, you know, basically said, "Hey, I'm going to get us, you know, as far as the Airbnb portion, I'm going to get us a place that has a Western toilet." And he said, "You guys might not be used to the non-Western toilet." I said, "Okay, I'm not. You've been to China and Hong Kong, you know, 4 previous times. I'm going to trust your judgment on it." It would have made a difference, I think, not having a Western toilet. So yeah, while we're on the subject, yeah, definitely, I would say a hotel or an Airbnb with a Western toilet. That's your best bet.
So, the cost of the hotel, brother, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that it was expensive or was it reasonable or cheap for the service you got there, bro?
Oh, I don't know if I could find a deal like what we got in the States. I mean, like about 80 bucks a night, 2 beds, nice shower. Those hotels are beautiful, man, and they're kept clean, they're quiet. You know, Hong Kong does it right as far as hospitality in the hotels go. Like even when we stayed 15 hours in Taiwan, we had a crazy hotel room for 60 bucks for one night, and it's like if that were in New York or another major city in the States, you're dropping at least 250 for that a night or something like that. So the value, the bang for the buck in Hong Kong, if you know where to look, is it's there. And especially if you meet some friends, everyone in Hong Kong seems to know someone. You know, if you meet a friend like we did, who we didn't use this offer, but he's like, yeah, you should have asked me. I have my friend owns a hotel. I could have got you a deal. You know, if you can manage to find yourself in that situation, that'll help you out too.
Amazing, amazing, bro. So, next question for you, brother. Right. So, in Hong Kong, right,
Mhm.
when you were there, did you observe the power dynamics? Who's in control of the country? Is it the Chinese people from mainland China? Obviously, we know about the recent Hong Kong annexation that happened back in 2021 or 2020, I can't remember.
Mhm.
Or is it the Hong Kong people that are in power? What's the power dynamics there, brother, in your opinion?
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, I'm no expert in geopolitics. I will say that Hong Kong still like has a very they fought to maintain their sort of independent status to a degree. Like you can definitely like Hong Kong definitely feels different from mainland China. Not that I would know. I don't have a visa to enter China, but from what I observed, it's more like the Hong Kong you imagine it would be, as opposed to being under the control of England or mainland China. Um, yeah, they've fought to preserve like their unique culture, their status as Asia's an international city. Um, the thing you shouldn't do, like let's say you take a taxi, you definitely don't want to speak ill of the government, because I mean even the taxi drivers are paid off on the low to report citizens who are uncooperative or comments that are negative to the government. So you still kind of want to tread lightly there. Um, but I mean that's nothing that my team really got into. We didn't really have any qualm or any beef with the government, but definitely stay away from that.
Interesting, bro, because obviously Hong Kong, right? I would say it's quite, but obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but quite
Yeah,
Western.
yeah,
Obviously, the people that I meet from there, the woman, they seem kind of, you know, not fully Westernized, but they're liberal, or they just you can tell a chick that's got some Western influence on her by her dressing sense, wearing crop tops, all that nonsense that Western chicks wear, So, brother, is it quite Western in Hong Kong, or is it some sort of authoritative state?
Oh, if it's authoritative, I mean, I didn't really feel it at all. I would say it definitely leans more west. It even leans more Western than I expected. Um, that doesn't mean it wasn't a really fun time, but it was. It definitely does lean more Western than I had anticipated. Even because we spent a couple of days in Tokyo before landing in Hong Kong, and even that was a culture shock going from Haneda to Hong Kong, where I guess guys are literally cleaning off meat on the sidewalk. Literally put meat out of the package onto the sidewalk and cleaned it off next to our apartment door. I'm like, okay, this is definitely different. Um, but the vibe is definitely more Western. I would say I kind of thought about this coming to the stream. I would compare it more towards if I were of age, like New York around 2004. So it's not quite like New York now, right? But it could, and that applies to the social life, which we'll get into that later. But definitely, it's more the attitudes there. It's not as like sort of traditional as you'd expect from what I hear, like a Thailand or a Philippines. You're gonna feel kind of like if you're from New York or a big city in the States, you're gonna kind of fit right in.
Interesting, bro. But you mentioned cleaning meat off the floor. What do you mean by that? But you tell me someone just came, put meat on the floor, like beef meat, cleaned it with his hands or washed it. Break it down for me.
Yeah, all the above. Like it was a butcher shop next to our first apartment on Temple Street, and the owner had received a shipment of meat, and he just laid it out on the sidewalk and just I don't know sorted it and started cleaning it. I wouldn't say that wasn't the norm there, but I will say you're probably going to see some of that in Hong Kong. You're going to see some strange sights. Um, you're going to see people with wooden legs, and you're going to see some stuff.
Wow. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. Um, so okay. So next question for you, bro. Okay,
yeah,
right now, is in terms of so when you were there, bro, okay, Mr. Roman, in
yes.
terms of investments there, right? Did you observe any sort of investment opportunities that you could take as a black man or passports could invest in there in Hong Kong? Any sort of investment opportunities there, Bob, in your opinion?
Yeah, if you're about making money, Hong Kong probably should be on your list. Because I've listened to you in the past. I've been meaning to get to Vancouver. As a matter of fact, I made a nice Vancouver connection while I was in Hong Kong. Um, a lot of the sort of Chinese millionaires, people with money, left China, left Hong Kong, and emigrated um, to Vancouver. So yeah, I mean, I ran into people. I ran into South Americans who are running international businesses. I ran into Hong Kongers who had money, had resources, had made investments in Hong Kong and in other territories. Yeah, if you're into like IT as a brother, if you're into any sort of white collar job or a career that's scalable and that brings your business to Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, those surrounding territories, you're going to have luck. You're going to have success and make good use of the resources there in Hong Kong.
Interesting. Did you see a black man doing well there, businesses or doing well there in Hong Kong?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't see a lot of us over there. I saw an NBA player and his clique in the street, and I dapped him up. Very famous NBA player. There was another one there while I was there, but I didn't know. I met another brother from Toronto. He was like, "Yeah, I was with so and so partying last night." I said, "Okay." Then I saw a few African. When I say a few, probably like two or three out of memory. It wasn't a lot of us there, and even as Westerners in Hong Kong, you definitely you're only I really only saw Brits and Aussies there. The only other Americans I saw were the NBA player and his clique. Um, I would say there's a huge opportunity there if you're a brother. to make a splash in Hong Kong, and yeah, to sort of capitalize on the environment there. It's a money making city. What our producer had set up an LLC while he was there, it was a little tricky. You know, sometimes you get the runaround trying to you know, get a bank account. You know, just trying to set certain stuff up there, but it's definitely worth it. It's definitely a system you want to tap into. Doing business in Asia, that's something that's so underrated when we talk about traveling and working while you travel. I think that's a huge opportunity.
Wow, incredible, bro, incredible. So, so now, brother, right?
Yeah.
You are a black man, okay? You are in a predominantly Asian country, without a single doubt. How were you treated there as a black man there, brother, in Hong Kong?
There's two instances that stick out to me. Um, I think they were a mainland Chinese couple. They in first of all, China, not Chinese. English is very prominent in Hong Kong. Virtually everyone speaks English, so the language barrier, you know, that's really not an issue. They came up to us, the boyfriend did, and he said, "Hey, can I get a picture?" I said, "Okay, sure. You want me to hold the camera, take it?" He said. Then his girlfriend chimed in and said, "No, he wants to sit between you guys and take a picture." So I went along with it. I mean, there was no ill will I could see. Um, I guess they don't see a lot of us over there. And then there was another instance. This all kind of happened by the harbor, where you have a lot of people coming, a lot of tourists coming to check out Hong Kong Harbor. There's another instance where we were walking sort of down like the pier, and there was an older Chinese couple walking in the opposite direction as us. And I looked back just out of curiosity, and I had seen that the wife had tapped the husband on the arm, saying, "Look at that! Look at that! You know, there's a black man." Um, that was definitely, it happened twice. It wasn't the norm, but I will say, being black out there, it'll get you into conversations, it'll get you looks, it'll get you attention, for better for worse. And you know what you do with that attention is up to you. But it could be to your advantage, or you know, it could be to your disadvantage. But I felt no ill will at any point during that trip, you know, being black.
Interesting. Wow, very interesting, bro. So you tell me, brother, it was positive treatment throughout your trip.
Yeah, it was positive treatment. Besides the fact, I have to say, the pedestrian style in Hong Kong is, I wouldn't say it's aggressive, but you know, people aren't going out of their way to get out of your way. Don't just warn you, if you're in the street, that's a whole different sport, navigating the streets of Hong Kong. But yeah, that was in public. That's the only negative review I would have of Hong Kong.
Okay, so brother, no racism towards you, no weird looks, no animosity, no racial slur said towards you, no N word said
No,
towards you, brother.
no,
No N word being said by them in the nightclubs when rap music comes up at all.
no, no,
Whoa.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Huh.
and it was a summer, and it was hot, very humid. I wasn't always dressed to the nines in a suit, and I still sort of got that respect. Yeah, you know, just being me.
Wow. Um, I mean, I'm shocked here, bro. An Asian country respecting black men, not showing hate towards black men, not running away from black men, not crossing the road away from black men like they do in America and in the UK. This is weird. This is weird. This is
Yeah,
incredible. Come on, bro. Pick it up.
yeah, no, and I was ready for it. You know, I'm pretty attuned to that sort of stuff, and you know, I really just, there's nothing really to write home about. If it was there, you know, they definitely did a good job hiding it, and you know, keeping it out of my line of sight. But no, I mean, I was able to make friends pretty easily. One of our biggest friends we actually met in Tokyo a couple of days before landing in Hong Kong. We just started talking to him, and he said, "Yeah, you know, we learned that we were all going to be in Hong Kong at the same time, so we linked up with him, and he sort of became our tour guide slash friend." And through him, we were able to gain access to places that probably your average American tourist wouldn't have been able to gain access to.
Interesting. Interesting. So, brother, next question for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. is now in terms of people. So how are Hong Kong people like, brother? Are they extroverts? Are they introverts? Are they out there, and open, in terms of how their personality? Break down the average Hong Konger's personality, bro.
Yeah, the city's definitely busy during the day. Like the population density is wild. You're gonna bump into people. Like there's so many pedestrians. It doesn't make sense to really drive. So like I said earlier, you're gonna be bumping into people. And navigating the street is gonna be an interesting ordeal for you. I would say that what I noticed in the street is that it's kind of an aura, it's kind of a vibe of being introverted. People are focused on business during the day. They're going from point A to point B. There isn't much time for small talk unless you're talking about a transaction on the street. Um, at night's a different story. At night is, if you're trying to be social, it's not hard. It's not. At night it's a completely different atmosphere. I remember I turned to my partner there and I said, listen, I'm not even going to move. We're just gonna stand on this patio of this bar and just see who comes up to us.
Damn.
And sure enough, I got business, met some women. It's just you're just gonna run. It's just you're just gonna run into something at night. But yeah, it's definitely a tale of sunrise and sunset in that city. Very interesting.
So, bro, you're saying that in the daytime, oh, sugar, Hong Kong people, right, are reserved, keep to themselves. When in the nighttime, they're more open, bubbly, they'll talk to you, come up to you. Is that what you're saying, bro?
Yeah, and especially if you're in a place like Causeway or Central, the two main, Causeway is the Hong Kong Harbor area, and Causeway and Central is like the main bar and nightclub area. Yeah, that's like you just go out there at night, buy one drink, nurse that drink for a couple hours, and just stand there and just try to get some business. You're gonna run into somebody that's gonna probably change your life. It's that kind of place.
Interesting. Wow. But amazing intel so far. Like, but you said obviously, okay, we'll go into woman part very soon, but women
Yeah,
coming up to you as a brother in Hong Kong, that's wild. I mean,
yeah.
we're gonna break it down, bro. We're gonna break it down. So, how did you meet people and make friends there? Obviously, apart from the nightlife scene, how were you meeting people? How were you making friends there? What was your avenue to do so, brother?
Yeah. So the first things first, we met our Hong Kong friend in Tokyo, and it's so funny because there are people who make a lot of money in Hong Kong, but they're not going to tell you. You ask them what they do for work, and they're probably just going to skirt around the answer and not tell you. But through little things, you'll see that okay, so he's driving a supercar, or he's telling me he invested in this place, or he's telling me he used to run this store. You know, that is, it's kind of like you're going to run into a lot of people like that. You know, and our friend that we met in Tokyo, he had invited us right away to a grand opening of a restaurant that he had invested in. So right then and there was networking multiplied times three, and then we just made connections based off of being there. There's always a restaurant opening in Hong Kong for some reason. um, there's always things to get into. You go to the markets, you go to the mall. It's like stimulation overload, man. In that city, just pick something to do, get into it. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
So Mr. Roman, right? So you're telling me a black man, right, can go up to a Hong Kong person, start a conversation that easily? Like that?
If
Damn.
you're socially calibrated and you know how to just talk to people, I mean, yeah, like just don't make it awkward. Just be a human being, obviously. But yeah, it's like even at that grand opening, I met like professors, other people who were, I can't even remember what they did, but they were all successful. It's a Michelin star rated restaurant. I mean, who's going to come through there.
Mm.
And it was just easy talking to people, and they were just, just chilling, just kicking back, knock back a beer or two, and you just do the networking thing.
Amazing, bro. So, brother, I'm a passport bro. I'm also an IT bro too, right? And I hope that brothers join my Python course in the next batch later on this year. You missed out this time, but it'll happen again later on this year. But I push out, IT heavily. Other brothers that I know are in my channel are working IT right now. So, brother, what's the scene in your opinion for an IT, bro? I want to know about the internet connection, brother. I want to know about cafe spots where I can get my laptop out, work remotely there, etc. etc. Is it a great spot, internet speed wise, strength, location wise, to be an IT bro in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I would say you get what you pay for, or you get where you go. You get the quality you get is you're gonna have to find spots with the best Wi-Fi. I would say it's not something I paid attention to too much, partly because I had a wireless eSIM, so I wasn't dependent on Wi-Fi exclusively. But it's an extremely there's certain parts of Hong Kong that are extremely developed, so you're gonna have no issue. And if that's the case, it's very favorable if you're an IT bro. Um, the hotels, the internet is super. The nice restaurants, the nice cafes in those areas, yeah, it works. If you're in around like Temple Street, it won't be super fast, but again, Temple Street is the area with the markets. It's kind of like the everyman's kind of area. I mean, even still, there was still decent enough internet. But I would say if you're going to be an IT bro, you should find the spots that are just suited more towards that. The best quality Wi-Fi connection you can get. But it's there. It's there.
Amazing, amazing, bro. So, next question for you, brother Rise, in terms of transportation. So, how were you moving around in Hong Kong? Was it by train, bus, subway? How much did it cost you? Breakdown and what should passport bros do to move around there, bro?
Yeah. One of our friends had told us like the night before he left, he was like, yeah, I was going to bring my Lotus up, but there would be no place to park it. So, and he, every time we hung out with him, he just took the subway. It's a very easy subway system. We figured out Tokyo and Hong Kong subway system like within like the first two attempts. The thing about Hong Kong is they have a card called like an octopus card. Octopus Pay. You basically you load money into it, and you can shop at 7-Eleven, which is a superstore over there. You shop at 7-Eleven, you pay for the train fare, whatever you want to do, and it's cheap. I forget the exact conversion in my head, but it's like you put in like 60, I think you put in like 60 USD and get back like 500 Hong Kong, which if you're taking the train, you're set for like months or something like that. Like it's very affordable. Yeah, I couldn't imagine driving in Hong Kong. I mean, we did a lot of walking, a lot of train riding, and it gets super humid in the summer, especially over there. The train has the best AC I've ever felt in my life. It's incredible, and it's clean. No one's yelling. No one's yelling rap lyrics like you're in the New York City subway. It's a different environment.
Incredible, bro. No rats as well, right? No monster big rat second like in New York.
No, and they got flat screens hanging up in the subway too. I'm like, if this was New York, those flat screens would have been stolen already.
Damn, this is incredible, man. This is incredible. Brother, side note, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, to me, that shows that Hong Kong is a successful society, right? And where America's going, they're doing things the wrong way, in my opinion, right? Too much freedom, right? It ain't good. The reason why, America is as it is right now, a whole bunch of theft and all that stuff, right? There's too much freedom there. In Asia, Japan, China, Hong Kong, there's a way of life that everyone must abide by. If you step out of it, you ostracize. We need that in the West, man. We need that. There's too much freedoms in the West. I'm gonna do what I want to do, blah blah blah. And there's no conformity in the West, bro. And that's why it's so dysfunctional. Brother, do you agree or do you disagree with that statement there, bro?
Yeah, no, that's one of the first things I noticed. Even just out of the 3 Asian countries we saw as a whole, but especially in Hong Kong, yeah, very orderly. People form lines to board the train. And Hong Kong is a wild city, and I didn't really see any crime or anybody acting up in the streets like that. Because there's real consequences to doing that. Um, and as a foreigner, I don't want to get kicked out of another country. Um, so you kind of have to fall in line. Much different from my experiences in other places like Latin America or the Caribbean. Um, Definitely.
Facts, bro. And until the West does that, it's over for the West. Until the West clamps down on too much freedoms, it's over. Because the Gen Z people, when they get in power, in obviously what in 20 years, 30 years time, they're gonna run the country to the ground. In my opinion, they have no discipline. They just don't know what they're doing. And I just feel sorry for the West at the moment. But we'll be gone as passport bros. And we told y'all the West is over with, the women are horrible, etc. etc. And they still ain't listen. Not all women, but a lot, some are, and they're ruining the country alongside the ultra liberals. So next question for you, bro, right?
Hmm.
Is now in terms of payments. So how were you paying for stuff? Were you using US dollars there from your own card, or were you converting your dollars to Hong Kong dollars? Did you buy a special credit card there? How are you using money there, bro? Was it cash?
Yeah, it was a mixture. So, like I mentioned before, there's that card system they have called Octopus Pay, and you can shop at certain stores, restaurants, the subway, I believe the airport. You can use the Octopus Pay card, which I still have to purchase items, or then for like some other street level transactions, you go to the market, maybe some taxis, you have your Hong Kong dollars. Um, a lot of the time I use credit cards, and you should only be rolling to Asia with like Visa or Mastercard. Amex will work sometimes. Discover won't really work.
Interesting, bro. Interesting. So would you say it's more, is it more cashless than cash, or more cash than cashless in Hong Kong?
Mm, Hong Kong is a different isn't it's a different animal. As a whole, cashless. I'd say it's skewing cashless, but just because of the presence of those markets there, you're going to want to have some cash on you to do those transactions.
Interesting. No, this is a great breakdown so far, bro. So next question for you, Mr. Roman, okay, is now in terms of food. So how was the food there, brother, in Hong Kong? Um, was it tasty? What was your favorite cuisine? Let's start from there, bro.
Mm, there's just too many options. It's a restaurant city. Like I said, everyone's opening a restaurant. It seems like every week. Um, eh, People they take their food seriously, and as a matter of fact, as a local, it's cheaper to eat out at a restaurant than it is to buy groceries. Make that make sense. Just the cost of eating there is just it's cheap. Like we're paying $20 for a meal that would run us $60 in the States. Depending on where you went. And you get a whole sort of smorgasbord of Asian taste cuisine there. Japanese food, um, you know, Thai food, banging Filipino food. That was probably my favorite. I had a spot around our first Airbnb, bought some Filipino food, and that was great. I mean, even the staff in there, they were sweet. The ladies served us, took care of us, very nice, very hospitable. Um, all the restaurants have banging AC. That's key when you're over there. Um, it's funny because I met a girl from England, and I met her husband, who's a brother, and she moved to Hong Kong 5 years ago, and she is the head chef of like a prominent hotel in Hong Kong. She like is British girl, fluent in French, is a crazy good chef, and she's killing it. Um, like that's like the kind of clout that Hong Kong food and restauranting sort of has.
Wow. What was your favorite cuisine? Sorry, was she black or white?
So she was white, and her husband is black.
Oh.
Yeah, they're both from England. They both moved from England.
Well, where were they from, bro? Birmingham, Manchester, London, if you remember.
Man, I know London. I can't tell you much more. I don't remember. Definitely around London.
Was she good looking?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was she in shape? Was she skinny?
I wouldn't say, yeah. She's a chef, so there's some there's some chef pounds on there, but very nice, very, very pleasant. Um, I'm thinking to myself, wow. And like I said, like I met her in a bar. It's funny because this was a Saturday night. I wasn't trying to do too much. I was just following a drunk friend around. That's when I met the Vancouver guys. And I'm like, okay, here's another brother from England there. He's like, yo, do you want to come and, just whatever, we're going upstairs or something. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. This is 2 a.m. I go up to this bar on like the second floor of this whatever building. And it's like one of the nicest dive bars I've ever been in. Like I go, this is where I met the British girl and her husband. They had just killed like a pot roast or a pig roast or something like that. we're just talking, and I don't get out of there until like 4 a.m. I've been 5 a.m. and I got there at 2 a.m. I'm like, wait a second, I'm leaving here at 5, and there's more people here at 5 a.m. than when I got here at 2 a.m. What's going on here? I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Like people are just smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, having a good time. Like this is wild.
Wow, incredible, bro, incredible. So, brother, so I'm guessing you love the food in Hong Kong. You say
Yeah.
it's also cheap as well. Um, so, brother, but the thing about Asian food, right, is the
Yeah.
raw food and the obviously what they eat there. So,
Yes.
but if you can confirm to me if that's also the case in Hong Kong in terms of raw food, in terms of them eating like raw beef, raw chicken, or frogs, or uh, 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 octopus, or or just foxes, weird animals. Is that quite common in Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's funny because that's sort of not in my taste palette. So it's like now that you talk about it, yeah, it was there. I just avoided it. I stuck sort of to what I know. If you want it, it's there.
So, what were you eating mostly there, brother, out of interest in Hong Kong?
Yeah, that was the first time I've had McDonald's in years. It was the nice. They had like a chicken teriyaki chicken sandwich at that McDonald's. It was super high tech. I'm like, this is crazy. Just how nice that McDonald's was. Outside of McDonald's, we were eating at nice restaurants, nice Thai restaurants. There was like a restaurant called Pattaya. Um, there's too many. Our friend's restaurant, Michelin star restaurant. We ate there. Um, there's so many options. I was, Japanese food. We ate a lot of Japanese food like ramen. Um, yeah, again, the Filipino food, the Thai food. The locals were showing us where to go, making recommendations. So the raw food is there. It's on the street or in a nice small little hole in the wall. But you don't even need to look at that. You can just find food that you're comfortable with.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Fantastic. So, next question for you, brother, right now is in terms of cost of living. So, when you compare the cost of living of America and Hong Kong, which is more expensive, which is cheaper, in your opinion? Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah, Hong Kong has some of the highest rents in the world. Um, it's funny because I'm looking at like spaces there for rent. It's like I'd still rather live there than New York City. Like the level of cleanliness and the bang for the buck. I mean, there's a lot of one bedrooms on average between like 3,800 USD all the way up to like a 2 or 3 bedroom for like 10,000 USD. Um, your best bet is to stay away from like the main tourist areas, the main commercial areas such as Causeway and Central, and maybe go a little farther away from the city. Get something cheaper there. You'll probably get something under 3,000 USD, under 2,000. Um, the cost of living, yeah. Even like things such as shopping, Asia does designer, does it big. There's take your pick of designer. It's still there at a discount. Um, I would say, interesting note, kind of evens out because if you're living there, it's kind of like not like you need a car or like you need to pay car insurance, so you might end up putting your funds towards different things. I guess I would kind of compare the cost of living to like a New York, kind of like maybe 15, 20 years ago. Um, but yeah, it's known to get up there. It's known. Hong Kong, they know they have a nice city. They know that people want to be there for business. So, you're going to run into that.
Interesting, brother. So, brother, so based on your time in America and Hong
Mhm.
Kong, right? Where would you live if you had that choice, brother? Would you stay in America? Or would you be in Hong Kong?
Man, tough question. I mean, it's funny because, America is what I know. I will tell you this. I didn't want to leave Hong Kong. I did not want to leave that place. I wish I had more time. If I had an assignment, and that's the thing, whenever I go to, these places, these countries, I try to meet enough people and set it up to where I can come back, or eventually where I don't have to leave. That's, you do business there, you can come back, take multiple flights. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you gave me like a 6 month to a year lease in Hong Kong, I'm probably gonna take it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting, bro. So, brother, right, in terms of safety in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
in the nighttime, during the nightlife, during the daytime, were you safe there, brother? No yakuza, no weird looks, no gangsters stepping up to you, no blood, no crips running up on you, brother, trying to jack you or rob you. Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah. We were in a bar, and the DJ was playing 90s hip hop, and like me and my partner, we're the only Americans in there, and it was surreal seeing like American hip hop being enjoyed by people who weren't like American. And we turned to like our Hong Kong friend's wife, and we were like, back in the States, I don't know, because we were trying to explain to her that people get killed for stepping on somebody else's shoes, and that concept, like, she didn't understand it. She was like, what? Like, huh? It was just like such an alien concept to her. No, just don't do anything stupid, and you'll be fine. Like, no, there's no mean mugging, none of that in Hong Kong. Nah.
Wow. Incredible, bro. Wow. So, brother, so in your opinion, right,
Yeah.
when it comes to culture, okay, is it a conservative culture? Is it a liberal culture? Or is it in the middle? Break it and tell us why.
Yeah, that's a good question. I want to see. I'll probably lean more conservative, but it's more in the middle than you would think. Like you said, Hong Kong is pretty westernized, but it's like still very different from like the U.S. Like still light years different from like an Atlanta. Um, if you are if you're like a straight laced brother, you do your work, you put your head down, and you just you party when it's time to party, you'll do fine there. You'll fit right in. Um, they don't they don't play around except for when it's time to when it's time to go hit the club in Hong Kong.
Interesting, bro. So it's a very fast-paced city. They're all making the cash right. But
Yeah,
even though it's kind of Western, right? Do the men and women hate each other like they do it in the West?
I couldn't tell. I know there's a little bit of that going on in like from what I heard in South Korea and then in Japan. Uh, I couldn't tell you that by what I observed in Hong Kong. And even on that note, what did my friend tell us? I believe the ratio of like men to women there is like it's either like 7-1 or 9-1.
Whoa, more women than men?
There's way more women than men, and you can you can see it in the street, like because people say, like, for instance, like they say there's more women than men in LA, but it's like you walk around LA, you don't really notice it. You notice it off the bat in Hong Kong. They're everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but despite the fact that's the case there, right? Are the women humble or are they arrogant? You know, and let's say, are they kind of like, like American women, brother, in terms of, okay, there's more of us here. Let's take all the power positions and let's oppress men, make things bad for men that they do in the West. Is it like that in Hong Kong, in your opinion?
No, I didn't notice anything like that. No.
Wow. So amazing, brother. So, brother, so can you break down for me the lifestyle in Hong Kong? So, what kind of lifestyle, brother, would a possible live in Hong Kong? High class, middle class, rich? Break it down for me, bro.
Yeah, well, if you're about your money and about your business, you're going to do well. I mean, you kind of have to make money to sort of stay there. But again, Hong Kong's a city that can work for you. You're in Hong Kong, you have proximity to Singapore, again, Taiwan, other territories that are also about their money. So if you just handle your business, I don't see it not compounding for you. I really don't. And I was talking to one of my friends there because I was basically like, hey, like, how can I live here? And it can be tough. Again, I don't know what he does for work. Whenever I see him on Instagram, he's at a restaurant or he's snowboarding somewhere in Japan, but he lives in Hong Kong. But he was telling me, like, even his wife is an interior designer. She's designed many restaurants around Hong Kong. Um, I would say it's tough to get like an entry level job in Hong Kong. That's sort of what I observed. I think you have to go over there with a plan. Like you have to be like, I'm going to kill it in IT or some white collar job and just get in just start hustling. That's what I think it's like. Would be like to be a passport bro over there.
He black? Your friend? He black?
No. He's from Hong Kong.
Okay. So brother, right? So brother, what about the kind of lifestyle that Hong Kong people live in Hong Kong? Is it a humble lifestyle? Or is it also a fast-paced, rich lifestyle on average from the people, or is it like a huge divide between rich and poor there?
Yeah, it's again, I go back to the New York comparison. It really feels like the boroughs. There's your Manhattan type of life. People live in that kind of life. And then there's like your Bronx kind of life, but it's never it's without the violence or sort of like the negative rambunctiousness of like the Bronx. There's definitely a tangible difference depending on what part of the city you go to, but there's not like extreme poverty from what I noticed, but there definitely are people who are balling out of control over there.
Wow, incredible, brother. So, brother, that is the first part of the stream in regards to the overall aspect of Hong Kong. Before we go into the woman part, brother, is there anything else you want to add on there that I've missed out? That's very important.
Ooh, let me check the notes quickly. Let me see. No, that's pretty much it for now for that segment.
Okay, awesome, bro, awesome. So let's go on to the woman part, brother, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you a very important question, bro. And brother, this question, in my honest opinion, right, is probably the most important question in the history of mankind, in the history of human civilization, brother. Okay.
Right.
This question I'm gonna ask you, brother, right, is a question so powerful, so potent, so incredible, it can turn water into wine and vice versa.
Okay.
Brother, a question so pure and exquisite, it can make mankind walk on water like Christ did in the Bible, brother. A question so powerful, brother, it can cause seismic shocks, earthquakes, tsunamis, brother. It can probably split the earth into two, bro. It's that powerful, brother. But a question so powerful, brother, it can, it can stop a meteorite from destroying planet Earth, brother. When they're checking, the rock disappears into dust, bro. It's that powerful, brother. So the question I'm going to ask you right now, brother, right, is, are the women in Hong Kong, right, checking heavy for black men and passport bros, bro?
Of course.
What? Break it down, bro.
Of course.
What?
Of course. Yeah. And I can class it up, and I didn't even have to do all that. It's where do I even begin? You're gonna get looks, but it's not like the curious, like, oh, there's like a black guy here. It's like this guy is good looking. It's just you're just gonna get attention. You're just gonna get attention. Like they stare back. They stare back. I'll put it to you like that. Multiple times in public, just like myself and a girl just staring back at each other. Like they take notice.
What? This is insane. Break it down further, brother. Break it down. Tell us your best experiences with Hong Kong women, brother. We'll start from there.
Yeah. Without getting too raunchy into the nitty gritty, it's just it's not every day they get to spend time with the brothers. So, one of them sees you and they happen to have that interest, well, they're going to act on it. I'll put it to you like that. And where do I even begin, man? They're gorgeous over there. They're just gorgeous. I mean, everyone's always walking. They have the legs. Even the way they dress is kind of like Japan. You're in skirts and nice blouses, beautifully made up, nice toned athletic bodies. You have to be a brother who's on business. And I don't even mean like on like a Gordon Gekko level. You just have to be like, just don't look like a goofy. don't look like a goofy and have some social calibration. I mean, you already look like a foreigner. I mean, you can play that to your advantage. I had another friend from America who sort of travels to China and Asia, and it's kind of like if they're looking at you, it's kind of seen as disrespectful to like not look back.
What?
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't say, go crazy and get yourself canceled, but it's like there's a tangible difference between the sort of male female surface interaction over there than you would get over here. Even I made notes. Like I said, it's hard. The thing I noticed too is like, if you're smooth, you can be successful anywhere. But I would definitely say night game is alive and kicking in Hong Kong. Day game, I mean, we'll see about that. But at night, I mean, you can approach, talk, conversate, whatever, or they'll just come to you if you put yourself in the right position. Yeah, it's pretty much it's a free for all. There's just too many women to not even want to just try to just shoot your shot.
Incredible. So over there, they're giving you heavy choosing signals. So, but you're saying the kind of signals they'll give you is just look at you, stare at you, brother. Literally, just straight out the back, brother. Just look at you, what play of the hell, or look right in your eyes, brother, from far away.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I wasn't used to that. I was like, what am I like? There's something in my teeth or something? No, I was taking it back. I'm like, okay. I had to get adjusted to it.
Okay. So, brother, when you got those signals from those women, brother, did you cold approach the woman? Or
yeah. I mean, yeah.
And was it all success rates, brother?
Yeah. Now the thing about Hong Kong is there's a lot of distraction. So you can, and I did have success, but again, you lose a lot of it to just other things going on. It's like the downside is you'll be talking to them one moment and then something else pulls them away the next moment. It's like, okay, well, there they go off into the ether. You just got to be ready to mingle, and it's a very high stimulus city.
So, brother, so how did you cold approach Hong Kong chicks, brother? So obviously, a Hong Kong chick, brother, is staring at you. But let's say like you're sitting down in the bus stop, right?
Yeah.
To your left, Hong Kong chick is looking at you, giving you heavy signals, brother. How would you cold approach her? Give us some tips for passport bros, please, bro.
The kind of simple, I'm definitely not saying pickup lines. The kind of simple approach that used to work here a couple years back or 10 years ago, you can just apply it over there. Like, hey, I'm just making something up on the spot. I just wanted to say hi. I noticed you sitting over here. Just wanted to introduce myself. You can do that. I mean, I'm funny. I mean, one time there was one who walked by me when I was sitting at the deck of a bar. I'm funny. I just said, yo. And she just stopped. Her and her friend just stopped and started talking to me and my friend. I mean, I'm telling you, man, like at night, you just read the vibe, read the room, read the street, I should say, and just try it. It's like, just try it, man. Just refine your approach. There's an approach for everyone out there. There's a situation for everyone out there. It's not rocket science. Just don't be a creep and just have something about yourself that, just have some confidence, man, because you can get a lot done over there.
So, brother, most of the action happens at nighttime. You're saying
Yeah.
daytime is very, very boring. Nothing happens there, but nighttime is where it pops off.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to meet women, you can meet women anywhere and everywhere. But I would say nighttime is like that's the green light.
Wow. Wow, brother, this hearing that is truly a glitch in the matrix. I'll tell you why, brother. Right,
Mhm.
brother. Me and you, we are both Western brothers, and we know just how Asian women in the West feel towards us. Right now, obviously, I'm not American, but I can speak from a UK perspective. The Asian women in the UK do not go anywhere near a black man. They don't want to do. They don't want nothing there, nothing to do with them. They won't even look at you, bro. In many cases, they'll cross the street, and I mean, we're thinking, what's going on here? Like, you know, we brothers. We're in a suit. You know, we're looking
Right.
sharp. We got a nice lineup. You know, we're respectful. We're clean cut, and the Asian chicks don't really care about that, bro. It's like they see a black man and I don't want to. I don't want nothing to do with him, bro. That's weird to me. Like you don't even know us. You never spoke to us before, and we out here looking clean, crisp, and concise. And still, bro, you get no chances from them in the UK. I don't know how it is in America, but you can break it down for me, brother. Right? So, but we go to Hong Kong. It's a different dynamic there. I'm shocked, brother. Right, brother. How is your experience with Asian women, brother, in America?
Um, it was actually good. I don't I don't really have a preference. I don't I don't discriminate racially. Um, it was actually good. It's just a different level in Hong Kong, and I don't want to sound hyperbolic in my descriptions, but it's just you kind of just have to go and see it for yourself, man. It's over. It's like ratio overload. It's like the ratio is there, the beauty is there. It's just it's dude. You just have to see it for yourself. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a lot of negative experience with Asian women in the United States, but like, again, Hong Kong's just a different animal. Like you're gonna get the diversity there. You're gonna get girls from the Philippines, Macau, wherever. They're all there, and just stunning. It's just stunning. Just go to Hong Kong Harbor, and there's like a huge shopping center there called the K11 Musea. It's a museum that's also a mall, and it's like a billion feet high. They'll be in there. They'll be shopping. There'll be American born Thai women there. There'll be Thai women there. They'll you just got to go. It's the city's so advanced. Um, there's just opportunities to meet nice women, man.
Amazing, brother. So, brother, so can we speak about the non-ethnic Hong Kong chicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, are they checking for brothers? So, did you see Japanese chicks, South Korean chicks, black women? Did you see maybe Russian chicks there? And were they checking for you, brother? The non-Hong Kong woman. Break it down for us.
Yeah, they were too. There are actually a lot of Ukrainian women who are moving to Hong Kong because obviously because of the conflict going on in their country.
Mm.
Um, as far as my interactions with them, I kind of kept it to a minimum. I was more interested in the Asian ethnic women there, but no, they're there. There are a lot. There's so many European women there in Hong Kong, from like the Scandinavian territories, definitely from England, definitely from Australia. I mean, it's a melting pot. I just didn't see a lot of Americans there. It's like an untapped kind of place.
Okay, so let me ask, brother, right?
Yeah,
Women aside, right?
yeah,
How did the expats treat you, the Australians, British people? Because, brother, I find that in Asia, right, their true self comes out. So obviously, a racist white person or a racist Indian person wouldn't dare be racist. Most of the times in, let's say, in New York or Birmingham, London, in these multicultural cities, they wouldn't dare say something reckless, right? But I
right.
heard that in many Asian countries, they obviously, where it's majority Asian people, not really that multicultural, they are racist, but they might say the N word, they might call a black person a racial slur, bro, and obviously nothing happens because the Asian authorities don't really know much about racism. Did you experience any racism, brother, from the expats there?
No, I wasn't around enough of them for a long period of time. One of our points of contact there was an expatriated Brit, but he was super. Like, he was adopted by a Malaysian family at the age of 16. Like he speaks fluent Cantonese. He's all about the culture. Other than that, I wasn't around too many of them to sort of get that experience. I will say, this might be a little unfair. I will say some of them looked as if it could go that way if I was around them long enough. I believe there was like a rugby team from Australia one night. You know, I just happened to be walking with them just because of proximity, walking down Central. And, you know, I said something to them. They said something to me, but I was like, okay, I don't feel as if I should really get into too much with them.
Oh, what happened? What were they? Who started? Was that some sort of animosity, brother? Did you?
No, it wasn't animosity. I just wasn't, for lack of a better term, I just wasn't feeling the vibe.
Oh, so but hanging out with them, brother. Obviously,
yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they were gone, bro.
sorry. No, well, sorry. That's not to say that they were all like that. No, they weren't. But you can, you know, based on, you know, you're asking me, yeah, you can find that there too. I just chose to avoid it.
I feel you, bro. I think you can tell. You get like a feeling that they're not good people. You know,
Yeah.
it might go south. They might get drunk, say something racist. Oh, but we had a stream yesterday about Finland, where, you know, I'm not sure if you watched it, bro, but
No, not yet.
It's being called the N-word, saying Finnish people saying the N-word, bro, in Finland. You know, shocking. So I wouldn't be surprised if that racism, you know, from the non-Hong Kong people are there in Hong Kong. It was in Japan when I was there. I got some weird looks from expats in South Korea. A lot of these white people, right, feel like Asia is their playground.
Right.
But now that it's becoming more not diverse, but it's more international. They're seeing, you know, obviously black people going to Asia, other groups of people. They feel angry because, oh, listen, they feel like this is my place, or the women are for us. Nah, bro, F off. Do you think that's the case, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I had heard stories like that too. And again, I hardly see any Western black males in Hong Kong, but yeah, I could definitely sort of pick that up. You know, I people watch, so yeah, I think it's still there. And you know, like, again, when I ran into the NBA player and his clique, they look like the look of just like amazement on their eyes about where they were and what they're getting into. They're just walking down the middle of the street, and you could, like, any Western black man that comes to Hong Kong is going to be amazed. And, you know, it's only a matter of time till more start traveling and understanding how amazing the opportunity is.
Wow. Incredible, bro. Hong Kong sounds amazing, brother. So next question for you, brother, right, is now in terms of women. So where would be the best place, brother, right, to meet decent Hong Kong woman, wifey, you know, woman that want to make girlfriends? Where would you say, brother, is, you know, where would be you know, to meet them in Hong Kong?
Yeah, that's that's a good question. So, like I said, if you meeting women, it's like, again, if you hang around Causeway, which is by the harbor, very wealthy area. If you hang around Central, where all the nightlife is, you're going to meet someone. As far as maybe looking for a more long-term option, I don't know. You may have to just get your visa and head to Shenzhen, head across the border or something like that, or just try to meet a mainland Chinese girl visiting Hong Kong. I don't know if you never say never. I just don't really see it going for you like that in Hong Kong. finding a forever after.
So based on that, but would you say that the woman then in Hong Kong, right, not really wifey, just, you know, for the night, brother? Is that what you're saying, brother? Just a short-term thing for the night and that's it.
On average, if you're gonna find a forever after, you're gonna have to do some digging. Which, again, I wasn't long enough there to even have that be an option. But based on what I observed with the environment, and again, she might even be from Singapore, and, you know, you might even get invited to go to Singapore or something like that. There's a lot of transiency. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of distractions. People get distracted there very easily. So I wouldn't say it's it's the easy path. You know, if you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. But it's I wouldn't say it's for that.
Makes sense, bro. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong is quite small as well, so it's a tricky one there. Go on, bro.
Yeah, it's small, but it's like I'm seeing new people every day when I'm over there. It's crazy. The population density is wild. The population
So
density, yeah, go on.
no, sorry, finish your point.
No, that's it. It's just like there's so many people there. It's like, yeah, yeah.
So let me go on.
No, that's it. I'm done.
So let me ask this, brother. Right. So do you feel like Hong Kong women are wifey, submissive, feminine? You know, will cooperate, or do you think there's an issue there? Keep it a stack, bro. Keep it a stack.
I think if you get in relationship with one, I think you can get those traits out of it. I just think it's a matter of are you able to get locked down? Because you're battling the environment, you're battling the stimulus, the action going on, the money. But I think just based on the culture, yeah, like there definitely are some definitely very nice, very good women there, who would make great girlfriend material, great wife material.
Okay,
But
interesting there. Go on.
yeah, but probably not the norm.
So, brother, in my opinion, right, a woman has reached peak submissiveness if she does this thing for you, brother, right? So you're an IT bro, okay, and you're in the office. You come back home. Your wife greets you. She's Hong Kong, right? And then you take her hand upstairs to the bathroom, and then you take your clothes off, right? And then you tell her, listen, I'm going to jump in the bathtub. Can you bathe me from head to toe? And after you finish bathing me, can you moisturize me from head to toe? Do you think a Hong Kong chick will get down like that, brother, and give you that submissiveness and give you that, that good care and love?
I mean, if you find the right one. If you find the right one, again, where is she from? Is she from mainland? Did she come in from the Philippines, or is she just the right one from over there? You know, if you find the right one, sure. I would say, yeah, if you find the right one, definitely. Is it something that is going to be a dime a dozen? Probably not.
Okay, bro. So the thing about Hong Kong, right, is that it has a lot of close proximity to England, right? Because obviously England, I think, used to run that country
Yes.
several years ago, 24 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yep.
and obviously when China did their stuff, right, in 2018, 2019, when they annexed it, essentially, a lot of Hong Kong people have come to the UK, I've seen them, etc., etc. So based on that, brother, right, did you sense a strong sense of Western British culture in Hong Kong, brother?
Only in the fact that there's English is still spoken very widely, and the fact that there's a strong sort of business presence. But yeah, it's been what, like since the late '90s that Britain hasn't really controlled Hong Kong, so it's definitely developed it's more sort of Chinese sort of side to it. But I met a decent amount of expatriated Brits who were doing well, running international businesses. I mean, I met a guy who he was on an assignment in Hong Kong some 15 years ago, and when the contract ended in 2 weeks, he decided not to go back to England. And so, and he met his wife, he met his Hong Kong wife there, and they run a powerhouse business together.
White.
He's white. Not a
Okay.
lot. Again, I don't see a lot of brothers from England or the US going over there. I just think it's untapped. It's really untapped.
Okay. So, brother, you saying now? We need 1 million passport bros to take over Hong Kong and go there.
Listen, if you're about making money and making connections, please go. that place
Awesome.
is just that place is just it's a potential gold mine, I think. And just study the tax laws, and it has to make sense for your business. But I just think it just makes too much sense not to check it out.
So let me ask this, brother, right? In
Yeah.
terms of, sorry. So, brother, in terms of what's it called? Um, what's my questions here?
Mhm.
Ah, so that's what I'm trying to thought. Hold on, give me a second, right?
Yeah, all good.
So, brother, in terms of looks, right? Hong Kong
Yeah.
chicks, brother. How good looking are Hong Kong women in the face, brother? And obviously, you went to Japan, right? And
Yeah.
I think we can agree as brothers that Japanese women are some of the best looking Asian women in the Asian space. You may disagree, brother. If you do disagree, let me know. How good looking are they, brother? Overall, Hong Kong chicks, and when you compare it to Japanese, South Korean, where you ranking them, bro? Break it up.
Yeah, I was shocked in Hong Kong. I would probably have to rank them above Japanese and South Korean. Um,
Ooh,
yeah, I know I haven't been to South Korea yet, but no, what I saw on the streets in Hong Kong, I was just, it was the first time in my life where I just stopped, like, one of them would walk by me. I just stopped in my tracks and turned around, was just like, what? It was just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Just, the stereotypes aren't true. There's downright gorgeous, man. Downright gorgeous. There's a body type for anybody. Um,
brother.
yeah.
So slim, thick, gym body type, slim, thick.
Yes.
That's there in Hong Kong.
Yes. Yes.
Lord,
For the fifth time, yes.
what?
Yeah.
What? Slim, thick, Hong Kong chicks, bro.
Yeah. Even in that petite package, yeah, like yeah, it's there. Or even on average more in the petite package, right? But it's there. The proportions are there. It's yeah, they look good. I was floored. My jaw was on the floor several times.
In- incredible, incredible, bro. But are you currently in Hong Kong? Are you currently in Hong Kong right now, brother? Are you outside?
Oh no, no, so they're loud in the street. No, no, I wish I was there.
That'd be awesome if you were, bro. So, next question for you, brother, right, is in terms of rich, wealthy women, bro. So I'm guessing that's quite a common thing there in Hong Kong, right? Did you deal with a wealthy woman there, brother? And do you feel like wealthy women in Hong Kong are checking for brothers? Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah, the wealthy women that I met were either mostly married or like from other places, but frequented. They're from other places, but they frequented Hong Kong. It was part of their family or even part of their business network. Um, I guess China has the largest concentration of billionaires or millionaires on the planet, something like that. I mean, you can see the money, um, you can see the money in the street. I ran into more wealthy men than women over there, so it's kind of hard for me to comment on that. But the women I did meet, like, work in semiconductors. Again, there's that interior designer who I met through her husband. Um, I guess a lot of them are like in banking and hospitality. They would be. Yeah, I can't comment too deeply on that.
Amazing, bro. Did you use dating apps over there in Hong Kong, bro?
No, no, I'm not really into that. I just source in the street.
Awesome, bro. Let me read a couple of super chats here.
Mhm.
Shout out to Mr. Duck Dissident for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Duck. Hong Kong, yes, indeed. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Kevin Miller for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. So the fine cooperative ones are actually ethnic Chinese.
More than likely.
So, brother, so what do you mean by ethnic Chinese? You mean ethnic Chinese from the mainland China or ethnic Chinese that are from Hong Kong?
Yeah, good question.
That's a question for you, bro.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, do you
Oh,
mean in terms of ethnic Chinese from the mainland and that live in Hong Kong, or actually ethnic Chinese that are from Hong Kong that were born there?
yeah. I think I noticed the difference in demeanor from the ones from the mainland.
Okay, so who gives you more love, brother? Mainland Chinese chicks or the Hong Kong Chinese chicks?
I was around way more Hong Kong Chinese chick. I mean, I'd probably skew Hong Kong.
Mm. So we might have to put Hong Kong up there with Japan, Taiwan as the countries where there's chances for black men to deal with East Asian chicks.
Yeah,
China, we can rule that out. China's hot and cold, in my opinion, but it appears that Hong Kong, China, and Japan, there could be a way for a brother there.
I agree.
Go on, bro.
I agree. Again, like I just feel it's untapped. Trying to go back there in a couple months, just to try to get some more work, do some more business over there. Yeah, like there's a reason for you to stay and make money, multiply your assets, and have fun in the process. It's like I really compare it a lot to New York, but without sort of like the hassle of being in New York, without the crazy attitudes of New York.
Mm. So, brother, in Hong Kong, right? Did you come across mixed race women, brother? Half black, half Hong Kong, half white, half Hong Kong.
The mixed race women that I observed were more than likely like mixed Asian races. So
Interesting.
yeah, like a Thai and a Chinese, or like a Malay and a Chinese, that kind of the mixing within the Asian ethnicities. It's there.
Were they good looking? Were they checking for brothers?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Break
I
it down.
mean, I don't I don't even know how much more I can say. Yeah, just go there. Just just go there. They're checking. You'll be on their radar if you look like you're serious. If you look like you're about something. Don't go on there looking like Pookie. You probably might be scared and not understand. No, you go in there. You go in there straight laced like you have a mission, and I just don't see how you can't succeed.
So, brother, you're advocating now, right, for serious-minded, basically suit-wearing black men to go Hong Kong. So basically, if you're a rapper, if you're one of those Pookie Ray Ray dudes, if you're one of those guys that dress in Supreme and all that streetwear stuff, right? Don't go Hong Kong. You got to be in a suit, brother. You got to be wearing a tie. You got to like look like you are intelligent. Is that the kind of woman that they want in a black man, Hong Kong chicks?
I'll say you're pretty close. I'll say like you don't even have to be in a suit. There's a big skateboard culture over there. So you could still rock like the Supreme but that's different from rocking the straight hood wear, like like the sagging pants and everything. Don't do that. Don't act a fool. You'll get kicked out the country. You won't last. You
Hmm.
won't. But you can get by. Like when I say seriously, even if you kind of dress laid back, because a lot of people do, polo shirt and slacks. Even if you're kind of laid back in presentation, you still have to be serious minded about some type of money. You're not going to last if you're not making money over there. You're not. You'll be homeless in Hong Kong, and you don't want that. Um, like just don't act like a goof. Don't act like an over aggressive American idiot. Don't act like a Ray Ray. That's not going to fly over there.
Wow. They want serious-minded brothers. I think
Yeah, just
this
be
is
a
good,
normal
bro.
dude. Just be a normal dude.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, when you were dealing with Hong Kong chicks, right, brother,
Mhm.
did they lean conservative or liberal in their thinking?
Hmm. The ones I did more liberal.
Oh, okay.
The ones I
Okay. Can
did.
I ask? Can
Yeah.
I ask liberal in what way?
Um, I don't mean like blue hair or anything crazy. I just mean like just about like having fun, having a good time, meeting people, being social. There may have been some alcohol involved, but again, that's nightlife. That's the night scene.
Interesting, bro. I want to go into the night scene in a minute, brother. Right,
Yeah.
but so, brother, but I want to delve more into the image of Hong Kong chicks. Now, I don't like tats on a woman. I don't like bull nose hair, earrings. That thing in their nose. I don't like too much piercings in the ears. I thinking, what's the point? I don't like purple hair, blue hair, green hair, all that low IQ nonsense that a lot of Western chicks are on. But
Mhm.
like, was that quite common there? All those features in Hong Kong, tattoos, blue nose pierced, or is that a rare occurrence?
Yeah, I saw way more of that in Tokyo. Hong Kong, not so much. If you're gonna see it in Hong Kong, it'll probably be on Central Street, but that's like, nah, you're not seeing a lot of that. You're not.
But you said that you saw way more of that in Tokyo. What, amongst Japanese ethnic women or foreign women there in Tokyo?
I would say a little bit of both. I saw much more of like the wild kind of style in Tokyo. You know, walking through Shibuya Crossing. You know that's
Mm.
my frame of reference for that, or Shinjuku. Um, that's my frame of reference. I know Japan as a whole isn't like that, but as far as that sort of look that you're not looking for, I didn't see a lot of it in Hong Kong.
Interesting. So, brother, I can understand if you saw a lot of, like, blue hair, green hair, yellow hair, because obviously anime is quite big there in Japan.
Right,
Some women do dye their hair, but brother, the tattoos and the bull nose piercing, right? Where they have a piercing in their nose, like cattle, and
right.
tattoos. Was that you saw that quite a lot in Tokyo amongst the women as well?
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite as severe. I don't. I met an Australian girl in Tokyo who kind of dressed like that, but yeah, I don't know if it's as severe as It's not like a crisis. I just know, like, some aspects of Japanese culture, like you said, anime tends to be out there. Hong Kong is different. I would say culturally, you're not going to see a lot of that on average.
Wow. Okay. Yo, this liberal stuff, man, it's poison, right? It's poison. You know what's going on? Don't you think, bro? Like, I don't know. I don't understand why a woman must have, a nose piercing in her nose, or have tattoos on her arms. Brother, I was in the gym the other day, right? I
Yeah.
see a chick, right, with an arm tattoo, and I'm thinking that makes you look horrible. It makes you look disgusting. Why'd you have that? Why'd you have a whole arm sleeve as a woman? It's just, brother, I don't know what's going on, man. We need to, we got to do something about this liberal poison, bro. I'm tired of it, bruv.
Yeah, it's so funny to even now that I think about it. Yeah, I definitely noticed more of it in Japan. It wasn't overwhelming, as far as the entire population there, but it's like, yeah, I kind of see. I mean, Japan has always embraced sort of, from me being an anime fan, Japanese culture fan, it's always kind of embraced kind of being out there. So on some level, it wasn't as surprising, but yeah, Hong Kong has less of that. There's more. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, there's just not a lot.
Okay, it looks like I need to look into Hong Kong more and Taiwan.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
you been to Taiwan before?
Yeah. We had a layover in Taiwan. We had two layovers in Taiwan. One for like a day, and the other for like 4 hours. Just being in the street in Taiwan, it was more similar to Hong Kong than it was Tokyo.
Did you like Taiwan? Did you get good vibes from the woman checking for you?
Yeah, I wasn't long enough there to really do anything, but in the street, it was on. It was on in the street. So
Oh my goodness, this is amazing, bro.
yeah.
Obviously, probably South Korea, it didn't go well for me. I don't know why, but I'll try it again. But the South Korean chicks just weren't showing me love, bro. I got love
Mhm.
in Japan. South Korean chicks ain't showing me no love, brother. But it looks like I
Wow.
got to focus my time in Taiwan, potentially Hong Kong, but Taiwan specifically. I'm hearing
Yeah.
good things about Taiwan, bro. Big
Yeah.
time.
I need to go back to Taiwan.
You know, that might be the new spot for brothers because the way Japan's going out, Japan, obviously Japan, great. They were checking for me, right? But I don't know what's going on after hearing that, bro. Tattoos, Bruno's ring, Bruno's piercing but that's Tokyo, right? So
Yes,
still,
Tokyo.
like, man,
Yeah. I
it's
mean, I would imagine Tokyo is much different from like Osaka, but yeah.
damn. Ruim, have you been to Sri Lanka, bro? You been there before, brother?
Uh,
Um,
no, I
go on,
haven't.
bro.
I have not been to Sri Lanka.
So let's go for another 5 minutes, bro, before I open up the phone lines. But I want to ask this, right? The nightlife in Hong Kong, right? Is it truly like a movie? Because I saw a Hong Kong film a couple years ago, bro,
Mhm.
and I just saw how futuristic it looked, the lights, the vibes, the noise, the fast pace. But is it a vibe? The nightlife in Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's everything you just described. It is. Um, it's it's funny. Like we there was a line outside one of the nightclubs, and this nightclub had like maybe 4 stories to it or something. And there was just a random, like, I forget what ethnicity he was, but he was slumped over on the sidewalk next to the club, and they just built a small barricade around him and just let him slump over, you know, and then they threw a blanket over him after he had sort of threw up hit whatever was in his stomach. I mean, it's that kind of place, man. It's every night's a weekend, every night. And then by the time you get to actually to Friday and Saturday, it's a whole movie. Like,
Wow,
is that, I don't think Hong Kong's for real. Like they say, New York doesn't sleep. Hong Kong doesn't sleep.
wow. And brother, the woman, right? Brother, the woman,
Mhm.
in the nightlife, brother, are they mostly keep it real with me, brother? Are they mostly 3 or 4s, in your opinion? Or are these women for the night? Or can you find a wifey there? Or or just have fun with them?
It's all there. It's all there. You really just have to source. You have to, depending on what you're looking for, you're gonna have to sort through the not the Rolodex. You're gonna have to sort through the list. Um, they're all there. You have their options over there. You just have to define and figure out what you're looking for. But more so, yes, like I said earlier, I think that it more so skews to like short term, or maybe even short term girlfriend kind of thing. I mean, like maybe we do this for 6 months to a year. But if you're trying to get serious, I mean, in general, that's a crapshoot. If you're trying to get it forever after.
So, brother, brother, in terms of what's it called? Um, the Nana Pacific, brother, right? What kind of music, were they playing, brother, in the nightlife there, brother? Break it down.
You'll find everything. I mentioned before there was that club, that bar that was playing like 90s classic music, and people were just vibing to that, just dancing. Um, then was walking around. We got into another nightclub. We stepped in. I thought I was in ancient Rome. There's a big gong, and there's playing techno music. Like, no, not techno, trance. They're playing trance, and everyone was in black dresses, and just black dresses are like a suit, just dressed to the nines. I'm like, wow, this is the disparity, or the variety that's there is incredible. And then we went into a nightclub called Space, and there's a Filipino rapper there rapping. He sounded better than some rappers back here in the States. I was like, what's going on? And that was lit. I mean, all these clubs have nice decor, good drinks, not too expensive drinks. It's just a vibe. I'm in there dancing at one point, and one of the girls comes up to me and said, "You're such a good dancer." It's no, I stepped on one of their shoes like maybe 3 times by mistake, and she didn't even like look at me. She didn't even balk. I was like, I'm sorry, and she didn't even like. If that was in the States, that could have gone a lot worse. I didn't mean anything by it, but
But we'd be like, yo, you stepped on my white Air Force Ones, bro.
oh man, yeah, that's a death sentence. Yeah.
Do you know what, brother? Right, an Asian woman, an ethnic Hong Kong Chinese woman telling you you're such a good dancer, right? Have you ever got a compliment from an Asian woman, brother, in America before? You're
Mm,
thinking,
I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, listen, I've been around, dealt with 2 of them, but it's like compliments as a whole. It's like,
it's not a lot, bro. We don't get complimented by Asian chicks. They don't show us love. They don't show us love in the West. They don't check for us. It's just weird, bro. But they give all their attention to a white man. It's insane. Black men ain't
yeah,
done nothing to them. We didn't oppress them. We weren't in control of Hong Kong, and they don't show us love. I don't get it, bruv. But I'm looking at Hong Kong birth rates, bro.
hmm
And Hong Kong has a very low birth rate. Okay, so
hmm.
which
That's
is
a
interesting.
yeah. That is,
So
I didn't know that.
South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong have low birth rates. So it appears to me that we got to advocate for 1 million black men passport, bro, so go to Hong Kong and do the deed with Hong Kong chicks. You know,
Repopulate. Yeah.
we need that in Hong Kong. We need that in Japan and South Korea, brother. Do you think it's possible to get 1 million brothers over there to Hong Kong?
Shoot, if they can afford the plane ticket, I mean, you why not? They can fork up 1,100. Why not? This isn't a quick little weekend excursion to Colombia. This is a different type of. But again, you get, especially in the summer, you get the Latin American weather, you get the prices, you get the accommodations, and you get English language. That's the benefit. So I think if more people understood the merits of going to some of the Asian countries, and especially Hong Kong, they'd be more about it. But I think even still, like, that plane ticket is an intimidating kind of barrier.
I think East Asia needs more black men. It needs more brothers out there in East Asia. It needs more. I think it will spice up their culture. They need brothers out there, but they need the best brothers out there, and it will change,
Yeah.
But they got to show us more love. Now, obviously, you had a great time there, but they can show us more love. They have to show us love, because guess what? Black people, we the future. We the future, So, yeah, but
more Black America should check out Hong Kong. I don't know why it's really not on the radar. I don't understand. The time you can have there is just incredible. But again, if you're on, like, I don't want to say, sound corny, but if you're like an entrepreneur, if you're trying to build business, you're trying to make contacts with, like, I made a Vancouver contact in Hong Kong, and that's a place I'm trying to get to ASAP. I got to follow up with him. But if you're just trying to grow your money, I don't see why you take a stab at Hong Kong.
Yes, indeed. Right, let me open up the phone lines. Let's get some callers in, brother, in the last half an hour, bro. Brother, this has been a great stream so far, Mr. Roman. Thank you, bro, for the intel.
No, thank you.
Classic, man. Brother, I think you just put Hong Kong on the map, bro. Keep it a stack,
Hope I didn't ruin the spot.
So y'all call in if you have any questions for our guest. Y'all call in, okay? And especially the haters too, who are saying that we're tricking, all that nonsense. I don't do that stuff, but if you want to debate, call in. So, brother, for holiday, right? How long should we spend there, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think, because I think it's kind of like a common consensus. If you're going to Asia, with the time switch and everything, you got to spend like at least 2 weeks. It's not like a quick little weekend to Puerto Rico or something like that. You want to spend 2 weeks or as long as you can. Minimum of 2 weeks, even 1 week. I know a guy in DC. He had an IT business. This is back in like 2001. Every 2 weeks he was flying from DC to Tokyo, which is a great opportunity. I'm sure his body must have been done after that. But if you're spending, if you want to get an introductory little holiday, 2 weeks, but you really, to maximize your time, you got to spend a month or two out there.
Interesting. The brother says Chinese New Year. There's a song by Clips. I don't even know who Clips are, bro.
Clips, the rapper, I think. Yeah.
There's a song by it called Chinese New Year. Banger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, press one in the chat if you know what I'm referring to. Chinese New Year by Clips. Hell Have No Fury. Classic album. Classic. Back in the day.
Drew Hill, Enter the Dragon, or Enter the Drew. Sorry, Enter the Drew. Drew Hill.
What's that?
Drew Hill. That was R&B. That was Cisco's group back in 1998. No, R&B singer Cisco. Yeah, Enter the Drew. Hype Williams shot a video, and it was all the Chinese New Year dragon sort of parade, all sorts of decorations. It was dope.
Do you know what? Right, back in the day, it just appeared that there was more of a connection between Black people and Asian people. I don't know if you noticed that as well, but we had that Rush Hour back in the day. Rush Hour 1, 2, 3. We had that, Enter the Dragon, movie with
Yeah,
Jet Li, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of, Black and Asian connection. I don't
there
know what happened.
was.
Go on, big bro.
Yeah, the I think the market changed. I think like if a movie like Romeo Must Die were made today, it would be ridiculous. Because if you were into anime back then, it's like, who are you? You were kind of like seen as a geek. Now it's like if you did a Romeo Must Die, that would pretty much go crazy. Um, Given the ubiquity of anime and Japanese culture and how Black people is now, it's acceptable to like it. Um, I think the market changed. I think the industry kind of saw it as just B movies, you know. And again, like nowadays, they're not going to put money into a B movie. They're going to put money into like a superhero film just because they think it's a safer investment.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened with the movies nowadays, man. Like
Yeah,
back in the day was much better, much more
yeah,
content, no woke stuff, just
more
yeah,
diverse
man.
options, more genres.
Facts, bro. Facts. No rainbow stuff. Hardly any of that. I don't know what happened, bruv. It just went to nonsense around. Let me see, probably around 20. Well, when Netflix dropped, when it went digital, it just got worse. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, Netflix, they did their thing with Xbox in '06, and then they blew up in like 2011.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's an era I want to see. I mean, the B movies from the '80s and '70s, all the martial arts films that got dubbed into English.
Mm.
Black fathers from that time. That's all they were. That's all they watched.
Mm.
So
Facts, bro. It's a shame.
yeah,
Those times were great, man. Those times, early 2000s, late 90s. It was a great time. Internet was still good. We had the YouTube. It was YouTube back then. A lot anime was on YouTube. I remember um, everything was on YouTube. It was a lot more. Wasn't that woke. Nowadays, it's too liberal. It's just too and too much freedoms, man. Like take it back to how it was in the early 2000s. Like ever since Obama came into power, things just got worse around 2008. I noticed that. Yeah, I think Obama's responsible for this, bro.
yeah. I think it's again we lost the diversity of choice of genre in the industry. Even if you even look at it, like when's the last time you saw a good romantic comedy? Even that scene is like not a good investment. It's like you have to make it an independent film. It's everything's so like it's like what's the quickest thing that'll make the quickest buck as opposed to what's going to make the best product. That's what we got to get back to, the best product. um I mean, there's a good film scene in Hong Kong. I mean, they still focus on a lot of action movies, um and things like that. But again, I think you find the right person, it probably might be someone who could put money up or invest in a project, and it doesn't have to be a movie. They can invest in your startup. That's the beauty of Hong Kong. Just go there and see who you can meet, see who could change your life.
I,
It's the
I think
benefit. Yeah.
I think the raid 1 and 2. Oh no, is that Hong Kong? Is that oh no, that's Indonesian. No, that martial arts stuff. That's a crazy movie.
Oh yeah.
Just one in the chat if you have seen that movie, the raid 1 and 2. That film is nuts. I,
Yeah.
those are top notch Asian films. So I got two callers, bro. Um, you know, yep,
Okay.
the Service USA and Black Label. Let me bring in Black Label first. Let me get some water before I bring in Black Label, though. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, let me bring in Mr. Black Label in the background. Let's go. What's going on, Black Label? How you doing, bro?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, what's up?
Merry Christmas. No, no, sorry. Oh, good, bro. Merry Christmas. What? How you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah. Doing good, doing good. Yeah, I got a question for Brother Roman.
Yes, sir.
So when you were in Hong Kong, what would be some of the good clubs to frequent, especially the ones with some of the highest ratios?
Okay. The two. Let's see what the names I can remember. There's a club called Space. That's where we ran into randomly the rap show, which was actually high quality, no bad vibes at all. It was a Filipino rapper. He was actually a good artist. No bad vibes in there at all. Everyone just having a good time. The ratio in there was nice. It's called Space. There's another one called is it the Iron? It's called the Iron Maiden, and literally they have like thousands of butterflies hanging from the ceiling attached to a string. Like that's the decor. They do like live music shows. They got 2 rooms, liquor flowing, good vibes. It's called the Iron Maiden. I forget the names of the other spots, but if you were to look up Central Street in Hong Kong, I mean, take your pick. Just take your pick. It's all lit.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Yeah, and I mean it's I don't know. Yeah, some lines I had the opportunity to skip a lot of lines because of some of the people I was in. It's like you're walking down Central and your homie is telling you, "Yeah, I invested in this bar." Or he just knows the bouncer, or he knows the owner of the building. So you're just skipping the line, you're taking the elevator to the 3rd floor. I would say your experience would be made better if you can get in with some locals, especially locals who've invested in some of those places or who are just connected. You can find them. They're there.
Oh yeah, it's always a good idea to connect with promoters or someone who's on the inside.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
And
check
I
this.
I also just wanted to quickly co-sign some of your experiences because I've actually been to Hong Kong probably over 10 years ago, but I definitely had experiences where lots of people would want pictures because it was their first time seeing a black man. It's pretty strange, but yeah, that happened quite a few times.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I even heard that like I had someone I know who's Chinese went to India, and like the natives in India were asking the Chinese guy for a picture because I guess India they don't see a lot of Chinese like that in certain places. So it's like I guess that's a thing where you take a picture of somebody who you don't see a lot of.
Yeah, I guess we're just so used to it, being from the States, and it's so multicultural.
Right. Yeah, and these are mostly homogenous societies.
Anyone take a picture of you without your permission?
If they did, I didn't know. the guy and the couple came up to me. I mean, obviously, I let them do it. I consented. I didn't see anyone trying to steal pictures. I mean, I noticed, especially like women trying to steal glances on the train. Mostly my partner did. He was like, "Hey, this one was looking at you." The train is a great place to do a social experiment in Hong Kong. But yeah, no, I didn't notice anyone taking pics without my permission.
Cool.
Okay. Are those your questions, Black Label? You good?
Yep, that was it.
All right, thank you, bro. Stay on the line, bro. Reximus Corvettes, can you turn your camera on in the background? I'm gonna bring in the Service USA, brother. Are you? I can tell you're probably Hispanic, bro. You're probably new to the channel. I want to make it very clear that N-word use is a no-no. I know in America, Hispanics throw out the N-word like nothing. On my channel, it's not flying, bro. Okay, so when I bring you in, no swearing, no N-word use. Don't care if you're Hispanic. Don't care if you got an N-word pass. We keep it very respectful here. I disagree with that word. So I'm letting you know right now, USA Service, don't say that word. Okay? Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up in the background. Give me a thumbs up in the background. All right, let me bring in Service USA. All right, what's going on, Service USA?
All right. Yeah. How you doing? Yeah, I just saw the subject as far as international passport rules things going on as far as Hong Kong. Now, I travel to Asia, mostly Hong Kong and mainland China for business. And, I'll be looking to go to a couple of other Asian countries soon. But in the meantime, as far as Hong Kong and mainland China is concerned, first I want to answer a question that somebody put up about ethnic Chinese ladies being more traditional or whatever. What people need to understand: women all over the world are the same, especially if they have internet. In Hong Kong, especially, you have to understand that they are mostly taken over by the British for about 100 years before they were given back. So they speak English, all these things. They have a lot of Western values and things of that nature. So,
So
you
is
know,
that
so
what
they're,
you saw? Is that what you saw when you were in Hong Kong?
yes,
Okay.
I lived in China for almost a year, and I had to travel to Hong Kong about every 90 days, you know, for the visa renewal, whatever it was.
Awesome. So would you say Hong Kong women are wifey from what in your experience, from what you saw?
Wifey,
Yeah.
I would say that they are, well, if you were to say that about 15, 20 plus years ago, I would say yes. But right now, with the rise of social media, everybody's got Instagram and all this stuff. I would have to say, do your due diligence.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, do your due diligence. I mean, the countries that people would say are traditional and all that, if they have internet, yeah, you're gonna need a lot of what people would like to call red pill awareness and things of that nature. You know, understanding, huh?
So I'm assuming, right, you've been around the world, right, many countries. Where would you say has the most wifey women country-wise in your experience, Savage USA?
Well, you would have to go to places that are not in the city.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it's not the country itself. It's the location within the country. Your best bet, if you would like, let's say, I mean, when it comes to females, again, you're better off going to the countryside where, you know, girls are raised more conservative. If you're going to the city, remember, everybody needs to work. Every chick wants to be a boss B word, you know, and things like that. So, you know, you got to understand, even the Philippines, I'm talking to some Filipina chicks when I get over there and do some work, you know, do some business over there. And, you know, it's wild out there. So, yeah, I mean, now, one thing for the sake of this conversation, you have to understand, I travel for business. I don't travel for women. Women are all over the place. You know, if all you want to do is just find women to bang, you can find it anywhere, especially here in the United States. They're going to say some nonsense of women over here are only want money. Well, you know, no duh. Women all over the world want money. So, you know, it's up to you how you want to spend it. You want to spend more, you can stay here. You want to spend less, you can go over there. Simple as that. But as far as me, I'm going over to make money, not spend it, as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, so that's one of the things as far as passports, brothers, things are concerned. I mean, if you look, I'm more on the aspects of doing business. And if they just want to find a chick to smash, you can do that anywhere. If you're looking for a traditional woman, especially away from Western laws, you're better off going to the countryside within the country of where you're visiting. Stay away from the cities.
So obviously you travel for business, right? Are you some sort of like is it government business or is it some sort of personal business you do that allows you to go to Hong Kong and there and back?
No, private business, film work, teaching martial arts. Hopefully looking to also do what's that called? Import exports.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So before I let you go, Service USA, do you see yourself going to Hong Kong? So you obviously make money in Hong Kong, right? But in terms of woman wise, where do you see yourself wifing up a chick? What country are you looking at specifically if you're going to wife up a woman?
I would have to say a country that is not like let's say, I mean, if you're looking for a traditional woman that doesn't play around, you're better off going to a Islamic country.
Mm.
But then
So
again, you
that,
also have to understand that the family is Islamic, and they're not going to they're not going to marry the daughter off to a Christian or whatever. So you either convert or you move on to deal with another type of woman that most likely doesn't share a certain values of keeping himself pure.
yeah,
You
facts.
know, so everybody wants to talk about what's the best country or whatever, but the main thing is look at the laws of the country, especially if you're looking for a wife. Look at the laws of the country where you're looking to go, especially if you're not planning on bringing her back home to the U.S. or wherever Western country you're from. I would, go to the countryside, find them there. They're more conservative. Look at the laws of the country and make sure that it's no nonsense laws when it comes to divorces and things of that nature. Now, I do know that in the Philippines, there's no such thing as divorce. You can annul the marriage, but there's no divorce.
Awesome. I gotta go on to a new caller, but thanks for calling Service USA. Great spots, okay? Great points.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Right. Take
Be
it easy,
safe out
yeah?
there.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, so let me bring in Mr. Raximus in the background. What's going on, Mr. Raximus? How you doing, bro?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Wow, finally it worked. Okay, I'm fine.
Do you have any
First of all,
questions? Do you have any
I would like
questions?
to give. Yes,
Brother,
yes. I have a question, but I want to give a shout out.
all right. Okay, so I know him. He's not going to keep on topic. He's going to start saying something else. Brothers, feel free to call in and please keep on topic. Please, nothing else. Mr. Black Label, any more questions at all, or before we wrap it up very soon?
No, not at the moment. Just enjoying the show.
Awesome. So, brothers, call in, yeah. And if you call in, keep on topic, please. Don't go sideways, please. Please. All right, go on, Mr. Roman.
Oh no, I didn't really have anything too specific. I guess I would reiterate the fact that it's Hong Kong's an untapped market, especially if you're looking to live outside the States. Again, it's not cheap like the DR or any of these other popular destinations, but again, Hong Kong can work for you in ways that the DR can't. Just growing money, growing your business, etc. So, if you're really, especially as where IT and coding's becoming more important, you're right there next to semiconductor land in Taiwan. You're an hour flight away at most. You're 4 hours from Tokyo. You're what is it? You're 3 hours from the Philippines or something like that. So it's a good business move if you're just if you're like a brother in the late 20s, mid 30s, whatever, you're trying to grow like an online business of some sort or tech.
Awesome, man. Awesome. This has been a great live stream so far, but we're on our last 10 minutes. So brothers, feel free to call in. Let me check the PayPal if there's any more donations come through. And then we'll wrap up from there in 8 minutes time. So let me ask this, brother, right? Brother, in terms of where you see obviously Hong Kong in 5 years, 10 years time, brother, where you see yourself, do you see yourself, making that base? Do you have any big plans for it? We'd love to hear about that, brother.
Yeah, I've thought about it. Maybe not just because it's so far away from everything else. I'm trying to stay in a place where I can be close to both Latin America and Asia. But I do see myself trying to do business and tap in with as many people as possible in the Asian market, particularly like Hong Kong and then eventually Singapore. I think it's an important place that is really untapped by Westerners. I just think it's so underspoken about. I just don't know why.
Do you think? But how much is a flight from America to Hong Kong? Is it $1,000 or more? Or
Yeah,
less?
it's in that ballpark. It's in that ballpark. It's like the same as like going to like Tokyo.
Mm, okay, that is quite costly. Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
So no new. Oh, flipping heck, bruv. Oh my goodness. Sorry, laptop's acting up. So no new callers. So I would say, okay. Let's go on for last statements. Mr. Black Label expert, do you have any closing questions or closing statements before I let you go?
Just for the brothers out there to get into IT, it's the best way to be able to live that mobile lifestyle and have multiple bases all over the place. Yeah, get into IT and travel more.
Facts, bro. IT, bro. Crypto, bro. We spoke about crypto in the last two streams, brothers. You know, and the crypto market is going ballistic right now. You know, there's a huge rally going on, and we're pushing it now, brothers. You know, to get out the matrix. And there'll be a time where I won't be doing the channel much. I just want to relax, have my foreign girlfriend on the side, travel with her. I probably won't be doing much streams, man. So while I'm still free, utilize the resources. Thank you, Mr. Label Expert. Much appreciated, bro. I'm gonna drop up. Anything else you want to speak on, or you good?
Nope, that's it. I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you off there, Label Expert. Thank you, bro. JM, can you turn your camera on in the background? Who's that? Yep, you are confirmed, JM. Turn your camera off. Can I bring in another caller, Roman, or it's up to you, bro?
Yeah, you can bring in another caller.
Okay, so this is last 5 minutes. What's going on, JM? How you doing, bro?
5 minutes. I can. All right, never mind. I was going to ask him because
you came late, bro.
All right. Well then, yeah. I don't think I have maybe like one question in mind. I don't think I have enough time to ask you my questions, I guess. So I'll just thank you for the stream. I think.
You sure? You got one more question. We've got like 4 minutes left, bro.
Well, it's just because like I'm moving and I actually don't know where. Like I have an idea of where I want to move to, but if this guy could convince me to go to Hong Kong, I might consider it.
All right. My 30-second pitch to you is to, if you think you have them, you can make the income to do it. Start with the cheapest place possible and go to Hong Kong. How old are you?
I don't want to disclose. I'm in my 20s.
All right. Yeah. Go to you're in your 20s. Go to Hong Kong. Go. Yeah. You'll have fun. Go to Hong Kong. I don't know the other place. Go to Hong Kong.
The other place I was considering was Rio because I was just there and I really enjoyed my time there. But I actually did a stream with IP there, but I didn't catch the full stream here about Hong Kong. But you did say they speak English, which intrigued me. Okay, yeah. So you're saying you can get by with English easily, right?
English, and the ability to make more money. Go to Hong Kong. You can flip back to Rio whenever for a nice vacay. Go to Hong Kong. Okay,
so the visa situation. When you get a visa, how long stay can you have there?
You don't need a visa. You don't need a visa for Hong Kong. I don't know how long you can stay. You'll have to work that out with the government or your company, but you don't need a visa to go to Hong Kong.
You don't need to. Okay. Wow.
Last question.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's about it. Like I said, I didn't have enough time to ask all more questions, but I appreciate the stream, IP. I'll drop off there.
Thank you, brother. Reach out, brother, and we shall speak soon. So, Mr. Roman, any closing statements, brother?
Really, just thank you for having me. I'm glad I could shed some light on this untapped city. Yeah, that's all I have for now. Yeah.
Awesome. Roman, thank you, brother, for your time. You've done a great service for the channel and for the brothers, bro. I appreciate you for the intel you dropped, brother. And hopefully we have you again in the future, brother. Have a great weekend ahead, brother. And we shall speak soon.
All right. Thank you, IP. Thank you. You as well.
All right. Peace out, bro. Speak soon. Thank you, brother. Yeah. All right. So, Brian G, who you referring to? Brian G in the chat? Me or the guest, or is that something else, bro? Who you referring to as that term? And I don't think so, bro. He's cool. He's cool, bro. He's busy. He's busy. You know, almost at 2 hours to be planned for that time. So let's be respectful to our guests, please. Let's watch what we say, please. So great live stream, right? I hope this has motivated you to continue your IT journey, your crypto journey, your self-developing journey. And just keep the faith and keep pushing forward, man. Please do so. This has been a great live stream. Shout out to the brother Roman. Yeah, respect our guests. So Brand G, I don't want to hear that from you or anyone else in the future. All our guests must be respected. Someone that takes time out of their day to give intel to brothers, right, should be respected, because he doesn't have to. He can keep that intel for himself, right, and travel by himself and not care about the brothers. So when people do that to share that intel with y'all, we gotta respect that, please. Okay, we gotta respect that. So, let me show you the crypto market real quick, right? Because again, I'm gonna be doing more crypto streams. I just want to show you what's really going on. Okay, the market's popping off, man. Let me share my screen here. Present. Share screen. Cryptocurrency prices, right? Let me share this. Look at this, brothers. Okay. Look at this. It's green. It's green. Right? Look at Bitcoin. 61K. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum broke. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Ethereum, right? Ethereum broke 7 days. Ethereum broke 3,400, right? Moving towards 3,500. If you bought Ethereum, okay, let's say if you bought Ethereum back in, look at that. If you bought it in 2020 and you held it through and cashed out at, look at that, 4K in 2001. It went down a bit to a nice price point here, back at 3K. Ethereum should do 10K. It should do at least 10K in the bull run. Anywhere from 10K to 15K. This kind of plays and moves will break you out the matrix. Okay? When you're out the matrix, you have time to look for your wife, look for a great long-term girlfriend. You're not tied down by the matrix. All right? Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin over flipping heck. Bitcoin, right? Over 60K, 61K. Last 7 days. Last 7 days went from 50K all the way to 61K. Crazy, right? And if I type in here, I think I spoke about Jasmine already, right? I spoke about Jasmine, right? Let me just motivate y'all. Jasmine, we spoke about. If I type in Jasmine, okay. It's dipped a bit, but it's still a coin with a great use case and a great price point. Just wait for the bull run. Oh, flipping heck. Okay. Just wait for the bull run. Look at that. Look at that. Wait for the bull run. Let's see. Let's see. Solana doing well as well. Look at this. Incredible. Obviously, do your own due diligence, you know, but IT bro, crypto bro, passport bro. IT bro, crypto bro, passport bro. Okay. So thank y'all very much for your time. Okay. Hope y'all have a great weekend ahead. We shall speak soon. You know, it appears that Hong Kong could be a spot for brothers, could be a spot for black men, a great spot for black men. So we got to do some work. You know, we got to do some work. Jasmine, bro, it's going to pop soon. Do you think so, Jonathan? Do you think so, bro? There you go. Have we spoke before? Do I know who you are, Jonathan? Did we speak over the past days? We spoke, right? I just put 100. I just stack 100K. Jasmine. Wow. Oh, flipping heck. Brothers, have strategy. Believe in yourself. Okay. I guess Hong Kong is on the map. I guess Hong Kong is on the map. Okay, which is great. Now let's keep moving forward. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Stay focused. Stick to the plan, and we'll get there. Okay. You know, great things are coming for all of us. I'm International Passport. Thanks to our guests. Thanks to all the callers, the super chats. And I'll see you, brothers, on the next video. Peace out. Thank you.